Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. I'm going to bring you another flan recipe. The last one I brought you was a classical Mexican flan. Well, the one I'm going to bring you tonight is a chocolate flan. Now, you know that the Mayan Empire were the first people to use chocolate, and it all started here in South America and in Mexico. And they also, when the flan came here, they're the ones that started putting sugar on it. So what I'm going to make tonight is a chocolate flan. And Mexico has, for their bicentennial this year, has proclaimed that the chocolate flan will be the dessert of the year this year. So let's get started. This is a little bit different than the flan I brought you last time. I've got an 8-inch round tube pan, okay? I'm gonna cut off a little bit of butter here. And so I won't get butter all over myself, and I'm ready to go when I get through with this. I'll put on my cooking glove, I hope. These are fantastic. If you don't have these in your kitchen, they're great when you're making dough and everything, and you can clean up in a little hurry. I'm going to take my piece of butter, and I'm going to really butter this down. I want to make sure I go around the sides of it. I want to go all over this thing with butter. The bottom, on the outside here. And that's why the gloves are so nice, because it's going to be so easy to clean up. It's not going to be all between my fingers and everywhere. It's just going to be so much better to clean up. So, but I want to make sure that I've got butter everywhere. Okay, after I do that, now you want to make sure that you use butter. You do not want to use a spray, like, you know, some of the spraying things to put this on. You have to use butter. I'm going to take sugar and put a little bit of sugar in here, just like you would be flouring a cake pan. Well, I'm going to pretend like that, but I'm going to be flouring this pan with sugar. So I'm going to coat this pan with sugar all over it. Turn so y'all can see what I'm doing here. I want to get this all covered with sugar. And this is essentially what we do when we bake we put the sugar around, you know, to bake it, to make the caramel. But this is a little bit, we're doing this a little bit differently. And this is the hardest part, getting it up on the center section. You might have to actually get in there, up on there, and work on it. Okay, let me finish. Let me get this up on the sides. Okay, now take all the extra, dump it out, and you see it's all covered with sugar, crystallized with sugar. So I can set this aside now for a few minutes, and we can go ahead and we can make our custard. So I've got 5 eggs here. Now it's either 5 medium eggs or 4 large eggs. But I didn't go see the chickens today, so we're using medium eggs tonight. But it'll all work out the same. Okay, I've got all 5 of my eggs in the blender. Next, I've got 1 cup of regular milk. Pour that in there. Okay. To that, I have got 1 cup of Hershey's cocoa. 1 cup of Hershey's cocoa. We'll put that in there. To that, I've got 1/2 a cup of sugar. Add that in there. Okay. I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. All right, so my 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. Let me set some of this out of my way here. I'm going to put in about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Got my vanilla in there. And then the last but not least, I've got 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to pour them in here. And like I said with the other video, you want to get all this out because this is where the real sweetness comes for your flan. That's 1 can, and there's my 2nd can. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll put this back on here. I'll get this lined up. Put this on here and turn my power on. Then I'm going to start it off on low. Okay, I really blended that for a good minute, so I want to make sure that was really well blended. I got all the cocoa blended in there, and everything was blended well in there, which I did. So I'm going to take this out. Oh my goodness. The chocolate already. So I've got our pan here that's ready to go. I'm going to take our chocolate mixture, and we're going to pour it all the way around in here. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing I did with my other flan. I've got a big container here. I'm going to set this in the middle. But the difference is I'm not going to cover this one. The other one I covered. This one I'm not going to cover. And we'll still fill it up about halfway with water. This method is called bain-marie. It's bain-marie actually means a water bath that covers all sides of whatever you're cooking. So now I'm going to put this in my oven for just 40 minutes. Remember it said 350. Let me put this in for 40 minutes and I'll come back to you. That's our timer going off. It's been in the oven, so it's time to take it out. Okay, welcome back. Our chocolate flan has been in the refrigerator all night, and somebody commented to me just the other day, they said, well, do you change shirts in between doing these? No, I don't change shirts. Some things like the flan, I make them at nighttime and let them sit in the refrigerator all night, and of course the next day I have a different shirt on. So anyhow, I wrapped this with Reynolds wrap like I told you last night. Okay. And I'm going to take a little paring knife and we'll run it around the outside of this. All the sugar's coming off, okay? Then I'm going to take my flan pan. We'll take this and turn it upside down. Okay, I'll take off our top, and voila, there is our chocolate flan. Now I could leave it like this and it'd be delicious, but I am going to step it up a little bit because I'm going to maybe serve this for dinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some just plain chocolate Hershey syrup, and I'm just going to start on the edge and just sort of run it back and forth a little bit on the edge, just like that. I want to make this really decadent. Okay, and if we really want to get fancy, I've got some chocolate sprinkles here, and I can add some chocolate sprinkles. all along there. And now this is the part that I've been waiting for like almost 24 hours, okay? We get to cut our chocolate flan. Okay, take this out, get my fork. Look at that beautiful consistency. Can you see inside? It's like a pudding inside. And this is what I've been waiting for all night to taste this. Well, you know what? This is the part I'm keeping, and this is the part I'm going to start eating. Wow. Thank you, Mayans, for the chocolate. Wow, this is delicious. I hope you'll try this. It's really, really good. Be a great dessert for dinner. You could even add some strawberries on the top of it. Wow, that is really good. I'm going to bring you one more tomorrow. That's my own concoction. So thank you so much for letting me come into your house. I really appreciate spending time with you. I love bringing you these flans. They're such a part of Mexico with the history behind these. And like I said, this is the bicentennial dessert that Mexico is using this year, the chocolate flan. So take care of yourself. This is Jim in Mexico saying thanks for all your support. Until next time, you take care and God bless.